mistakes, and somehow I don't feel them, but it's bound to hit me later tonight. I wanna say you're everything I wanted for a while and for the rest of time. I don't wanna fight for you, I just wanna talk, and I don't wanna spin around. I'm scared to call you, can't calm you down. No, we're better than nobody else. It's hopeless confiding. Your love kills me every time. I'm stupid addicted to you. I'm stupid addicted to you. Oh, can't get enough of you. Can't get enough of you. Oh, the pain is still the same. I tell you I don't feel it, but I'm never gonna lie. I'm a page that you can read. You're everything I wanted for a while and for the rest of time. I don't wanna fight for you, I just wanna talk, and I don't wanna spin around. I'm scared to call you, can't calm you down. No, you're better than nobody else. It's hopeless confiding. Your love kills me every time. Stupid addicted to you. I just can't get enough of you. Baby, can't get enough. You know me better than nobody else. It's hopeless confiding. Your love kills me every time. I'm stupid addicted to you. I just can't get enough of you. Oh, I can't get enough of you, baby. I can't get enough of you. Oh, you know, baby, I just can't get enough of your love. Oh, I can't get enough of you. I'm stupid addicted to you. Oh, I'm stupid addicted to you. Oh.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is a little bit drier by you than it has been here by me. I'm in northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and it has rained almost every day. Oh my goodness, I just saw the chat pop up on the wall. Holy smokes, let me fix that. Wow. Oh, that's a little big, isn't it? Holy smokes. Let me see if I can fix that for you guys. Wow. That is a lot. Wow. Let me see if we can fix that just a little bit. My goodness. Let's see. That's a bit much, isn't it? Let's try that again, see if it resets. That was funny. Oh, nope, still just as big. Okay. Turn that off, turn that back on. Let's see if we can go here. Sorry about this, guys. I had changed it so that it was a little bit bigger, and apparently it's way too big now. So let's see if we can get it to be a little bit smaller. But anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, make sure you check out our merch store. Right now we have these really cool coffee mugs. We have some t-shirts, some sweatshirts, things like that. That's a little bit better. We'll mess with that for a little bit now, and we'll see if maybe we need to go a little bit smaller. We'll see. Anyway, sorry, that totally distracted me, and now I have no idea what I was going to tell you guys about. Oh yes, the rain. It has been raining here almost every day since the last time we got together last Sunday. The good news is that so far I haven't noticed any flooding, so I guess I just didn't realize how dry we were. But apparently we have been really, really dry, so that's just really strange. Merch store, I mentioned that already. If you guys are interested in getting one of these really cool coffee mugs, we've got some t-shirts, sweatshirts. I think we have some water bottles. I am working on a new logo for our channel, so the merch is kind of limited in certain things. Somebody asked in chat about stickers. That is something that I am looking into. I don't have any at the moment, at least not to give away. I have some that I use when I send you guys things, but I don't have any to give away just yet. So we'll look into that a little bit later, and we'll go from there. So I am working on a new logo with a friend of mine. He's going to be helping me out with that. So I'm hoping to have that by next year sometime. And then when we do, then I'll be able to open up some even more merch for that. So things like, you know, embroidered hats, embroidered t-shirts, things like that. So right now I can only do screen printing. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Why am I so dark? Like, what is happening today? It's like I'm having lighting issues. I guess it's just normal for the channel, I guess. So anyway, so those are all things that'll be coming here soon. Maybe not just yet, but here soon. So keep an eye out for that. What else was I going to tell you about? This is going to be a super busy week again on the channel. I know we've had to do this one time before, but we have live streams 3 times this week. By next week, I'm going to be absolutely exhausted. Like, I'm going to be out for the count. We have live stream today. We have one on Wednesday with Lucas where we're going to do Wild West Clue 4. So he's really excited because he's going to be joining us from his new apartment. And so that's really exciting. He can tell us about his adventures. He was in Atlanta, Georgia last week for training, so he's home this week, and then he's off again to Champaign, and then I think he said Colorado. So we're going to get to hear a little bit more about that from him. That's really exciting. But we're also going to be putting together Clue 4 of our Wild West, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Saturday, we're going to be joined by my mom, Mama Joyce, and her bestie, Sherlock Cheryl, and we're going to be putting together Clue 10 and the final reveal for our Tree of Life quilt. And guys, I've seen the pictures of it because, like, you can't get off of Facebook to see it. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see what our colorways look like. I think they're going to be amazing. I'm really excited about it. So that stream is going to be a little bit longer than normal. Normally that stream only runs for about 2 hours, but we're going to actually run it for about 3 hours because I want to try and get as much, if not the whole thing done. So it's going to be pretty well packed. The shenanigans are going to be kind of down to a minimum because we've got a lot of work to do. And I'm going to be here in the studio by myself. I do not have although I might be able to convince somebody to come on as a special guest. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, I'm going to be in the studio by myself putting it together. And then, of course, Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl. So, After Dark Edition this Saturday. Wild West Wednesday is also this week. And then also that. Hi, Kay. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Unfortunately, you will have to wait a couple hours before you can join us in chat. And that's unfortunately to keep all the trolls away. But thank you so much for being here. We look forward to getting to know you better. So thank you for that. Speaking of chat, let me hop in there. Say hello to everybody there. Because I haven't gotten a chance to say hello to everybody. And then we're going to get started on Firelight. Oh gosh, I don't even know the name of it. Yes, Firelight. We're going to get started on Firelight. Last time we were here together, you guys remember, we put all 80 blocks together on one stream. It was really cool. Now, it's a pretty simple block. It's really only 3 pieces, so it's pretty easy. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to fill you in on what I've done off camera, and then we're going to get started with that. But first, let's hop into chat and say hello to everybody there. I always give a very special shout out to the first person in chat. It's just something fun and little that I like to do. Give everybody a little bit of their 15 minutes of fame, if you will. And this morning, that was Linda. So good morning, Linda Denton. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Sunday morning to you. Thank you for being the first person in chat this morning. You and Brat46 are always so early in chat, and I am truly, truly grateful for that. I'm just honored that you guys take time out of your day to spend it with me. So thank you to you both. Brat46 was the second person in chat, so good morning to her as well. Good morning, Susan. Thank you so much for joining me. Susan is a member of the channel. Thanks so much for being a member. If you're interested in being a member, click the button down below that says join, and that'll tell you a little bit more information about that. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Good morning, Fern. It is so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you as well. Patty, good morning. Patty came right in and she checked those thimbles, so she's ready to start gambling this morning. So good morning. And I did see quite a few people have already started partaking in the new game that Lucas released last week. So that's really exciting. I saw a lot of people winning and losing already this morning. So you guys are keeping that bot busy. So thanks so much for that. That's great. Sorry, just scrolling through here, making sure I don't miss anybody. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Kathy's one of our moderators, so if you do have a question about thimbles or anything else in the channel, make sure you tag Kathy, and she'll try and help you out. And if she can't help you out, she knows how to get my attention to ask me about it. So thanks so much for that, and thank you for being a moderator on the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Who else have we got today? Let's see. I saw Linda. I saw Brett46. I said hello to Patty. Susan, good morning. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look who's in the house. Lucas is in the house. Morning, bud. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to ya. All right. Lucas is also moderator. Now, Lucas is a little bit more of an advanced moderator than Kathy and Terry are. Lucas can actually help you with thimbles and things like that. If you're having issues getting them or you don't have any, things like that. So make sure, if you have a question about any of that, make sure you tag him in that. He could help you with that. So good morning. Thanks so much for that. Good morning, Gladys. It is so great to see you. Welcome back to the channel. So good to see you. Kelly, good morning. Kelly says, good morning, my quilting friends. Good morning, Kelly. So great to see you as well. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anybody. Hi, Judy. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so good to see you also. All right, I think that's everybody. If I missed you, please make sure that you tag me in chat and say hello again. You do the @ symbol, that's the A with the circle around it, or shift number 2 on your keyboard, and then type in "so not an expert." That'll tag me. It actually highlights it right on my screen so I don't miss it. So if there's ever a time where there's a message that you want to make sure I see, make sure you do that, and it'll tag me in chat so I can see it. I'm going to mess with this chat bot box again just for a minute here because it seems like it's still really big and crazy. So I'm going to mess with it for just another second. Something new that we added back onto the channel. I had it a while ago and I wasn't really thrilled with it, and now I'm still not really thrilled with it. But I've added it back in. I just wish I could make it wider. Like, I can make it bigger and I can make it longer, but I can't make it wider. So it's just weird. So I'm going to keep messing with that. So I apologize for that. All right. So let's talk about Firelight for now. Hang on. I got to change my chat again. There we go. So let's talk about Firelight for just a minute. Now, Firelight is a super easy, it's a little postcard pattern by Rosa Designs. Here's what it looks like. It's just basically like a stepping pattern. It's really kind of cool. We're using, this calls for 10 fat quarters and some background fabric. We are using this beautiful Starry Night fat quarter bundle that I purchased years ago. I don't even know how many years ago. Probably 2 or 3 years ago. I purchased it as a fat quarter bundle. It was a bundle of 5, I think, 5 or 6. And I purchased a couple of them because I really loved the fabric, and so it worked out really well because we used 2 fat quarters from each color for the pattern. So you can kind of see them a little bit here, down here. I'll show those to you guys again a little bit more later on. Good morning, Carrie. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. Oh, sorry. My voice went crazy there for a second. So the fabrics are just absolutely gorgeous. You guys can kind of see them a little bit, but they're blues and pinks and teals, and they've got this sparkle in them too. It's really hard to see the sparkle on camera, but they've got this little sparkle in them too, which I thought was just so cool. They got little stars. Some of them have little stars, and some of them are kind of like a marble pattern, and I just absolutely love these fabrics. So that's what we're going to be using today. Now, I did kind of lay it out. One of the things I did off camera, first of all, is so last time we came together, we finished all the blocks, we put them all together. So today what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and ironed them all to the same direction, so they're all nice and flat for us so we can start working with them. And then I went ahead and I bundled them up into the different colors. So I've got all 5 colors laid out here so we can actually start to put together our rows. I'm going to kind of do this a little bit. I'm going to break this up in a little bit of chunks because I don't want to just keep putting the rows together. So what I want to do first is I want to kind of put the pieces together. So for each row, we have 2 pieces of the same color that we're going to be turning. So one goes one way and one goes the other way. And it kind of makes a 7 and an L pattern, and we're putting those together. And when we put those together, that's what's kind of going to make our step pattern as we go through. So the first thing I wanted to do today is I wanted to go ahead and bundle those up and make those L patterns first. So then that way, as we're laying out our rows, it's a little bit easier for me at least to navigate to make sure that I have the correct colors in the correct places. So that's what we're going to be doing first, is we're going to go ahead and just chain piece these up together, 2 pieces at a time, making sure that they're laying the way they need to, and then that's going to make it a little bit easier for us to put our rows together. So that is where we are at first. Oh, I love you too. Thank you, Linda. That was very kind of you. Sorry, I just saw that for some reason. My chat seems to be slow today. So thank you for that. That was very kind of you to say. All right. Let me take another sip of coffee. No, this isn't coffee. This is actually water. I've been feeling a little dehydrated lately, so I decided to switch the coffee out for water this morning. So hopefully that will help things a little bit. La 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 la. Okay. Don't forget about the thumbs up. Thank you, Carrie, very much for reminding everybody to please give a thumbs up. You guys have no idea how much that really helps out the channel. Just that alone. So even if you don't participate in chat or leave any messages or anything else, just giving me that thumbs up, it really, really helps out a lot. And I just wanted to remind everybody, we do have this goal here set for the channel for subscribers. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the number of subscribers on the channel. It's not that important to me. But I do like to set goals because I like to give stuff away. But I like to have reasons to give it away. So we do have a goal of, I think it's 750. Yeah, that's what it is. 750 subscribers before the end of the year. And then I'll do a massive giveaway. And it's been a really long time since we've done a subscriber giveaway. But for those of you who are new to the channel, when I do a subscriber giveaway, I give away full-size pre-cuts. Like, I give away layer cakes, I give away charm packs, I give away fat quarter bundles, like full-size. I give away jelly rolls. I give away full-size pre-cuts. And usually with a subscriber giveaway, I give away a couple of them. Usually a couple of layer cakes or a couple of things like that. So I like to give away big ones because then that way it clears up my stash so I can buy more. That's the way I look at it. And right now is a great time to be buying fabric because all of the online retailers are having huge sales. I think I think it was Jordan Fabrics that just had a 50% off sale on jelly rolls. So if you guys are not participating in any of our online shoppers, make sure you head over to those places and check out their sales. Sign up for their newsletters so you're notified because it's a lot. And good morning, Naomi. Thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. All right. Firelight. Let's get focused because I have a tendency to kind of go off. So let's go ahead and so I've laid out my colors here and I did actually take a picture of it so that I don't forget. Your cell phone can be your best vision board ever. Like, I don't have a vision board up here yet. That is the plan, is to eventually have one here. So for right now, I just kind of laid everything out this morning and took pictures. Oh, I got a fur baby coming to visit. Good morning. Come here. Edison. She found a box. She's going to sniff the box first. Hang on. I will set up a fur baby cam one of these days. Hi. Hi. Say hello to everybody. Say happy Sunday morning. I keep the door open so my fur babies can come and go as they please. And they like to come say hi sometimes. Hi. Say hi. This is Addison. She's our oldest and our biggest. The other two are smaller. They'll come in later, I'm sure. Anyway, Firelight. Okay. So, I've went ahead and I've bundled them up. And so now we're going to go ahead and chain piece them. So what we need to do, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. I'm going to take 2 pieces of each color and I'm not going to sew those up because we're going to actually need those. We're going to need those for some end pieces on our rows. So I'm going to keep 2 of those and then I'm going to take the rest of the pieces and I'm going to take 1 piece as a 7 and 1 piece as an L. And we're going to sew them up just like that together. And then that way it's going to make it a little bit easier to put our blocks together. I still take pictures because things get twisted and mucked up between design and the sewing machine. Yes, absolutely. Friend says, hi, puppy. Yes, she's fine. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the small sewing space that I have and I don't have a vision board, I like to take pictures of things as I lay them out so that I can kind of see them. Because even when I'm stepping back looking at it, sometimes you just don't see things. So I strongly recommend using your cell phone as another tool in your arsenal of things to make sure that you're doing things the way that you want them done. Not even necessarily right or wrong, but just the way that you want them done. So, all right, let's go ahead and get these sewn up together. And I'm going to be chain piecing these, and that's one of the reasons why I took a picture, because I knew as soon as I started sewing all this stuff together, it was going to get all mucked up together. So what is everybody else working on? So now that I'm going to be in front of the machine here for a little bit, why don't you guys tell me, what are you all working on? I have not seen, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in you guys. I've not seen any pictures on Facebook recently. I did see a couple of people post some Halloween pictures of things that they had finished up, and Lucas shared some pictures with us of his trip, but I haven't seen anything else. So if you haven't already, please consider going over there to our Facebook group and post some pictures of your latest projects, because I love to see what you guys are working on. You guys keep me inspired, and you really help me to pick out new projects as well, because like if I see something really cool that I like, I might reach out to you and ask you a little bit more information about it, like what the pattern is or who the fabrics are. And then you never know, you might end up seeing it as a project on the channel later on. Kelly says she has to finish binding a quilt. Half done yesterday. Well, that's good. I have so many quilts that I have to finish binding. Oh my gosh, just so many of them. I think I have 4 right now, and then when we're done with Tree of Life, I'm gonna have 2 more. So many. Yesterday I did come in here and I did work on a sewing project, but it wasn't a quilting project. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no rule that says you can only sew quilts in your sewing room. So yesterday I helped a friend out. She has this really cute Christmas vest that she wears, but the fabric's kind of itchy, and she hated it along the back of her neck. So I actually put in a little panel back there that lays against her neck to help keep it from being all itchy. So I'm hoping that I'll give it to her tomorrow, and hopefully that'll work out real well. And then later today, I'll be working on some throw pillows for my daughter Tony, because I finished her ballerina quilt and I had a bunch of leftover fabric. So I asked her, I said, did you want me to make you some throw pillows with this extra fabric, and you can use them, you know, wherever you put the quilt? And she said, yes, that would be great. So I'm going to do that. So I need a 7 and an L. I like to lay out my pieces before I sew them up. Carrie says, I'm winding bobbins so that I can quilt my niece's quilt. Ooh, Carrie, what kind of quilt is it? Hi, Terry. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Fern says, I've been moving my sewing room around, getting rid of some things and adding more. Fern, that's like an ongoing process, isn't it? Like, I was literally just in here this morning, sitting down, and I noticed that I have some things on the floor. I really need to sweep it here. So I was like, oh, I should probably sweep it here. And then I'm like, oh, I should move this over here, and I should move that over here, and I should do this. I'm like, it's never ending. Like, it never stops. Sorry. Rule is to sew whatever you want to work on. Exactly, Carrie. Yes, absolutely. And it doesn't necessarily need to be quilting. It can be whatever you want it to be. And I think me personally, because I have ADD and it makes me crazy. I have found that if I switch things up a little bit, it makes it so that I don't get bored or frustrated with things. So that's why I usually have a lot of projects running at one time. Some people, that makes them crazy, like they can only work on one thing at a time. I am not one of those people. That's not me. I have to have at least 3 or 4 things going at one time. And usually when I'm in here by myself, not only do I have, not only am I working on 2 or 3 projects at a time, but also, like, I have the radio going. I have a speaker, Bluetooth speaker. Oops, I can't see. It's like, there it is. It's that one there. So this little black Bluetooth speaker. I have that. And then I also have, obviously the laptop too. So usually I'm like, I've got something going on the laptop, like a content creators videos, and then I'm also listening to the radio. So like I have 5 things going on at one time, all the time. my brain is always being engaged. So all right, so now that one is done. So I'm going to try to keep these together. Basically all I'm doing is sewing these up to make it a little bit easier for us to make our rows later on. Ooh, it's a tulip pink fabric that I was cutting last time we were here. I'll put a picture of it on Facebook later. Oh, awesome, Carrie. Thank you for that. I love seeing what you guys are working on. Love, love, love it. Some old quilting magazines. There you go. Alright, there's that one. There's that one. So yeah, lots and lots of things happening on the channel this week. Just it's gonna be crazy. Like by the time we get back to our Sunday stream next week, I'm gonna be exhausted. I'm gonna be so tired of talking. I'm gonna be so tired of talking by the end of the week. It's gonna be a little crazy, but that's okay. It's fine. It's sometimes that's just kind of how it works out. I finished clue 3. So you guys know that for our, well, maybe you don't. For our Wild West PMQ, for Cotton Cuts Wild West PMQ, Lucas has been leading the charge on that one. He has been here in our studio. He's been working on that until, of course, he moved. And so I have one as well, but I've been kind of doing it in the background. I really haven't been sharing it. I probably should be sharing it on Facebook at least. But I haven't really been sharing it. So yesterday I went ahead and got caught up on my Clue 3 because now this week with Lucas being, I don't want to say remote, but I guess it kind of is. With him being in his place and me being in mine, we wanted to put them together as opposed to just him working on something. That way I can kind of help him along as he needs it. Instead of me being right next to him, he can see it on the screen. So this will be the first stream of he and I, going on a Zoom call and things. We'll see how things work. I'm sure there will be kinks that need to get worked out, and that's okay. But, you got to start somewhere. So he's excited about it. He's got everything kind of set up, and he's been working through that. So that's a lot of fun. So yesterday I put a panel on the back of her sweatshirt, so I'm thinking that's going to help out tremendously. I just had some extra black fabric, so I just folded in the edges and sewed a square on there for her. And then today I'm going to be making some pillows. I've got 2 videos that have been recorded for our Floral States of America project. I just have not had the time to edit them or post them, and so that I apologize for. I also have 2 videos for my new channel that I put together. I've told you guys about it a couple times now. I don't really advertise it very much, but it's a cooking channel. It's not a sewing channel. It was I was created for my friends and family. So that I could share my recipes with them. But it's open to the public. Anybody can watch it if they want to. I have 2 videos for that channel that I need to edit. I have so much editing. I'm going to need to take a day off of work just to edit. Hi Marie, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I'm going to need to take a day off of my full-time job just so that I can edit videos. Which I do have a couple of vacation days here that are coming up that I need to use. So I'm sure that that's what I'll be doing. But that seems kind of a little counterintuitive, doesn't it? Taking a vacation day to work some more. But I don't mind it. Really, I don't. The editing is not as bad as it used to be because I'm not doing the same types of videos that I was doing before with regards to the pre-recorded stuff. So I don't mind it so much. It's just, it does take a lot of time. It takes probably 2 to 3 times longer to edit a video than it does to record it. Alright, so I'm taking 2 of these out. And then I'm sewing up the rest of them. So right now I'm just kind of... I'm trying to make it a little bit easier for myself to put our rows together by pre-sewing some of these pieces up next to each other to make it easier. And once we lay it out, you guys will kind of understand what I'm talking about. You'll see it a little bit better, and so I should be able to get these done pretty quickly. Kelly's got to head out. No problem, Kelly. We totally understand. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for as little or as long as you can. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you go give Kelly a sub on her channel. She does fantastic things. She's so much more talented than I am. She does some amazing stuff over there. She really does some beautiful, beautiful projects. She's so funny. I absolutely adore her. So make sure you go over and check her out. If you do !Kelly in chat, it'll give you a link to her channel. Go over there and give her a subscribe for me if you would. Get going on the day. Yeah, no, I totally get that. What is the name of my other channel? It is called Home Cooking with Danny. And the with is a W and a slash. Because there is another channel that's called Home Cooking with Danny. It's all one word. And so mine is 2 words, Home Cooking with, and it's a slash, and then Danny, D-A-N-I. Terry had a link to it a couple weeks ago. I'm sure she could find that for you if you need it. But yeah, it's a very small channel. There's only 1 video on there right now. Like I said, I have 2 more recorded. I just have to edit them. But I'm not really spending a whole lot of time on that channel, so I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of promo for it. It is more geared towards sharing recipes and tips and tricks with my friends and family. But you guys are my friends and family, so I'm sharing it with you guys as well. There it is, Terry. Thank you very much, Terry, for that. So you're welcome to go over there. You don't have to. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I'm really not pushing it too hard. I'm really not concerned about it. I check it like once a week maybe. So if you do leave a message over there and I don't answer it right away, it's just because I haven't checked it like recently. Right now there's only 1 video up there, but I do have more coming. I just have to keep reminding myself. 7L. 7L. That's what I need to do. 7 and then an L. These are batik fabrics. These colored fabrics are actually a batik fabric. So they sew up so nicely. They lay so nice and flat. I love batik fabrics. I know some people hate them. They're like, it's not their favorite. But I love batik fabrics. I like the way that they lay. I know they're not as soft and cuddly, like when you're sitting there cuddling up with a quilt. They're not as soft as like a traditional cotton fabric is. And maybe that's why people don't like them as much. But from a sewing perspective, and they lay so much flatter than a cotton fabric. Like, I'm able to iron those suckers and get them nice and flat. I have the hiccups. Again, I always have the hiccups. My goodness. Alright. So, there's another one. And I figured out what that chime is. If you guys hear that chime, I'm not sure if it's just a moderator thing or if it's everybody can hear it. But the chime is supposed to notify me that there's a new chat available. I thought it was a new chatter, but it's not. It's just a new chat. So like if the chat goes quiet for more than, a certain amount of time, then it dings me to let me know that there's a message there so I don't miss anything. That's what that chime is in case you're hearing it. Carrie says, batiks are my favorite to work with. They really are. Like, I get why some people might not like them from like a cuddle standpoint. Like, they're a bit stiffer. They're not as soft and flexible as a traditional cotton fabric. But I love working with them. Marie says, I heard it. Okay, well then it's for everybody then. That's what that little chime is that you guys hear in the background. That's just it's supposed to be notifying just me that but apparently it notifies everybody. So if it gets to be annoying, I can turn it off. Just like the chat box here. I don't know where anything's at. If this starts to get annoying, guys, just let me know and I can turn it off. I'm trying to make it easier for those that lurk, to try and, keep them, help them feel like part of the conversation. Because a lot of our subscribers, at least according to YouTube, a lot of our subscribers are watching on a television. And I know from personal experience that trying to get the chat to show up on a television can be difficult. So that's why I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier for everybody. But if it does start to get annoying and you don't like it, just let me know. Just trying to make the experience more enjoyable for everyone. Trying to keep everyone included as much as I can. Everybody's really liking that gamble game. Lucas, that was a good thing to put on the channel. Everybody seems to be really liking it. Thanks for that. Thanks for finding that. Lots of thimbles. Oh, speaking of thimbles, if you had a thimble redemption or a birthday in October or November, I'm sorry, in September or October, those were mailed yesterday. So keep an eye on your mailboxes over the next few days and you should see your prizes there. I had meant to mail them a little bit earlier in the week, but between the rain and everything that was going on at my corporate job, I was not able to get over to the post office during my lunch. I actually didn't take a lunch all week. So I ran over to the post office yesterday morning and got them out. So. Thimble redemptions are available to everyone in the U.S. and Canada. You can redeem them once per live stream. You can redeem one type of prize per live stream. So if you were to redeem your thimbles today, let's just say for a fat quarter and a notion, you can do both of those today, but you can only do them once. And then the next time we come back, you can do another one if you have more. That's up to you. I know there's a lot of people out there that are hanging on to them. And Mr. Wizard has agreed to possibly include one of his model cars as the new car prize that everybody keeps trying to get to. There isn't one actually up there. There was something that kind of started out as a little bit of a joke with Lucas. But if you really do get to 1 million thimbles, Mr. Wizard is more than willing to take one for the team and give you one of his model cars. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we will actually be adding that one as a prize. He has many to choose from, so you would get your choice of a handful of them. Or even one that he hasn't made yet. So that could be fun. So thank you, Mr. Wizard, for that. We will get that as a listed prize, but that's going to take a lot of thimbles. That one's a lot of thimbles. All right. We are just about done with our pre-sewing here. We've only got one more color to do. And then we're going to start putting the rows together. And I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do that. And doing this little bit of pre-sewing is really going to help. Does he put any cars together to sell? Fern, he does sell them every once in a while. Like if we have a family member that's looking for a specific car, he does have some that he has sold before. It's not something that he does on a regular basis, and there's usually a reason behind it. But yeah, he does sell some of them. So if you do have a specific car in mind that you're looking for, I can ask him about it. We can ask him about it. The only concern that we have with things like that is that they're very delicate. Like, they're not very hardy. They're pretty delicate. So, I mean, he does his best to try and make sure that things stay together, but it's really just a little teeny tiny, you know, barely a drop of super glue kind of thing. So we're concerned about, you know, shipping them off to people that they might, you know, get damaged in shipping and things like that. So that's something that we've been talking about and trying to figure out a way to do. But yeah, I mean, if you have a specific car that you're looking for, send me an email and I'll ask him if it's something that he can do for you and give you a price on it for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's no time frame on those. It, you know, it can take him a while to do them, but I'm sure he would be interested in it. He just likes putting things together. So even if it's not a matter of, you know, for sale or not, he just likes putting them together. So he's been on a military kick lately. He's been doing, and that's why I haven't shown you guys any cars lately, because he's been making a lot of airplanes. He's been building a lot of airplanes recently, and now today he's working on some Japanese cars. It's one of them's a ramen truck. And the other one is a Honda, because he's a really big Honda guy. And one of them's like a Japanese Honda, so he's like really excited about it. Like, okay. So that's why there hasn't been any cars on the channel recently, because he hasn't built any. He hasn't really built any. He's been building airplanes lately, so he kind of goes in waves. Just like with quilts, you kind of go in waves. Like, you know, for a while you're making bags, and then you're making pillows, and then you're, you know, it's the same thing. Hi, Carrie. Good morning. Hi, Sandra. Good morning. Sylvia, good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, he likes it. He's been doing it for a long time. Sylvia says, oops. Oops, what, hon? Yeah, he enjoys it. I feel like I saw a message and I missed it. So give me just a second. I just want to. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. She says, been working on good food prep for the week. Company is supposed to come today. Guess I best prep myself. Jammies? No. I can understand that. But thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you, Brenda. We're kind of doing a little bit of prep ourselves. We're prepping our blocks to start putting our rows together. I was looking at the pattern this morning and I decided to do a little bit of like block sewing to make it a little bit easier for us to put our rows together. So we're doing that real quick. Only going to give us a second. We're on our last bunch of pieces here. Brat 46. Yes, that is exactly what Lucas is going for. Yes, the new car. Yeah, it's what he's going for. Of course, he has his own new car right now, but well, new to him anyway. Patty's reminding everybody to hit that like button. Thank you very much for that, Patty. I appreciate the reminder. Go over there and tickle that for me if you would. And if you're lurking right now, and you're a resident lurker, you don't participate in chat, which is totally fine. You don't have to. If you could just do me a quick favor and just make sure that it does still say that you're subscribed to the channel. YouTube likes to do some fun, stupid things, and it likes to randomly unsubscribe people from channels. I've had that happen to me for channels that I watch, like on the daily basis. It just unsubscribes me. So if you could just quick check and make sure that you are still a subscriber of the channel, so then that way you're notified when things happen. I'd really appreciate that. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing if you would. All right. Last one, last prep block, and then we're going to start to put these rows together. Alright, so the rows going together, it kind of works a little bit like a Bargello. And I've always struggled with Bargello, so that's why I was trying to find ways to make this a little bit easier on myself. That's why I did this one extra step here. It's probably not a needed step for most people, but for my brain, I feel like it was just going to be easier. So basically we have 5 colors here, and we only need 4 per row. So basically we run through 4 colors, and then that 5th color is the first color that we use on the next row, and then we go through them again, and we just keep like this. We just keep going down with the next row. So basically that creates this step pattern that we're trying to come up with. So I'm going to go ahead and put these pieces here real quick. And we are going to get started. So I did, like I said, I did take a picture. Let me just triple check on my phone here and make sure that I've got the colors in the right order. Good morning, Agnes. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Okay, this one, this one, this one. Ooh, see, they were already flipped over. So this one and then that one. Okay, that's how I have them. So I'm going to keep that down here just to remind me. All right, are you guys ready to put rows together? So exciting. Glad to see Lucas losing. That's not very nice, Judy. Although I feel you. I understand that, though. Sorry, just drinking some water. I skipped the coffee today. I've been feeling a little dehydrated, I guess is probably a good word. So I opted for water this morning. I did have a Pepsi this morning, so I do have the caffeine in, so I don't get that horrible headache. But I opted for water this morning. So there's just water in my coffee mug. I just like to show it off because it's so cool. I love it. It's just so, you know what it is? It's so weird to like have a channel. I made this logo myself. Like, it was so super silly and stupid. Like, it was just the basic of things. But then putting it on a coffee mug and, like, showing it off, I'm like, it's just so cool to do that. So, like, even if you don't have your own channel, put something on a coffee mug. It just makes you, like, feel so cool about it. So, coffee can be dehydrated. Yeah, that's why I switched to water today. Yep, there's just water in my mug. It is really good, and I am like super thirsty, so I'm almost out of water in my mug. I have to switch over to my water bottle here in a minute. So, okay, let's put at least our first row together. Well, we got quite a bit of time here, so I think we're going to be able to put some more rows together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this iron out of the way, because I don't think we're going to need it just yet. So I'm going to slide her kind of off camera. I've got my desk is right here, so I'm just gonna slide her off camera for now. There, that way I have some more space to work with here. Okay, so let's start first. So basically what you do for the most part is you start with a block of 2 of the same color, which is why we sewed the pieces up the way we did. You start with a block of 2 colors and all the way across, except for either on the end of the row or the beginning of the row, you'll sometimes have to do a color of 1. Excuse me. So let's start out together. So got my pieces laid out in the order I want to start with. So I want to start with this one, and this one is a block of 2. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And then we'll go ahead and open that up. Okay, and then I need this one, which is a block of 2. I'm just going to grab from the back. I think that's probably easiest. Okay, so they're like that. That one. And then I need this one here, which is a block of 2. And this one here. So we've only used 4 of our 5 colors, and that's what we're supposed to do. So this will be our row 1, and it's the blocks of 2 for every color. Just go. And now because we've sewn up our pieces in these little blocks of 2, those blocks of 2, we just have to make sure that they all face the same way. And then we'll start to create the pattern. So let's go ahead and get this first row sewn up together. So we gotta sew that one to that one, and that one to that one. And I'll show you guys what the row looks like. I don't see, at least right now, there's no matching seams. So that makes life a little bit easy. So at least right now there isn't. We did a similar pattern to this on the channel once before. It was a long time ago. I think it might have even been one of the very first videos on the channel. I had put together a free pattern by Moda called Step This Way. It was a black and white quilt, and I also used a bright red also as the background color. But that's pretty much what this pattern is. It's very, very similar. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this here. Okay, so there's that one. I don't know what we're listening to, but the music is really obnoxious at this particular moment. Yes, Sylvia, I agree with you. Batiks, there is mostly no wrong side. Now, on these particular batiks, there is a right and a wrong side because they have a little bit of a sparkle to them. So there is a right and a wrong side with regards to these. So this one here, so I've got to go with this one here. Just making sure that I'm doing this correctly, orienting these correct, making sure I have the correct piece on the first row, and I'll show you guys what this very first row looks like. Once we get the second row on, you'll kind of understand a little bit better about what the pattern looks like, but let's go ahead and get this first row together. All right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm listening to right now, but it's really kind of obnoxious. I think you guys can probably hear it too. It's a little obnoxious right now. Hi, Chloe. Good morning. Yes, she says, I remember. Yeah, Chloe, you were like one of the OG members, so you probably do remember. Okay, so this is what our first block looks like, or our first row looks like. See how you can already see the steps in it? But the next row is going to be different colors, and it's going to kind of shift everything. So let's go ahead and put the row 2 together now. So that's row 1. So let's put row 2 together. Now, row 2 starts out with the one fabric that we hadn't used yet. But we're only going to use one piece of that fabric. So that's why I had those 2 pieces from each color that I didn't have. So I'm going to start out with one piece as an L, just like that. And then I'm going to have a 2 piece of my first color, which is this one here. And then a 2 piece of this one. A 2 piece of this one. And then the last block, because we only have one piece here, so we need one piece to even it out, is going to be only a 1 piece of this one here. So let's go ahead and grab that one again. All right, so we've got 1 piece here. Then we've got a 2 piece, and I'm going to go the opposite direction with these. That one to that one, like that. And then this one to this one. And then this last one here. So let's go ahead and get these 2 sewn up together first. Again, no matching seams yet. I think we're going to match seams up when we do the rows together. I don't think we're going to have matching seams when we do the blocks. Grab these 2, throw these 2 together. Terry says she's got to go. No problem, Terry. We totally understand. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for a little while. We really appreciate it. We hope you have a wonderful wonderful rest of your weekend and rest of your week. My goodness, that was really hard to say. That was a tongue twister, and I'm not quite sure I understand why, but it was. All right. So now we've got 3 pieces here. Let's go ahead and push those. Okay. And then 4 pieces here. And we're actually going to have a 5th one here in just a second because I'm going to add this last piece to the end. I love these fabrics. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Such pretty fabrics. Okay, we'll grab this one here, throw this one on the end. want to attach this one to this one, and then we will have row 2 done, and then I want to attach row 2 to row 1 so you guys can see what I'm working with here. Plus, then that way we don't have to worry about which one was one and which one was not. Okay, so here is row 2. Let me show you guys what it looks like. This is row 2. See how we've got the single blocks on each side, and that's because those are going to be the start of the color row for the next colorway. Let me show you. Alright. Grab these. Grab these. This is row 1, this is row 2. So we're going to be this. Yeah, so the only seams that we're matching up is the actual blocks themselves to the top, to the rows. And I'm already pressing them even and odd, you know, one way and then the next way. So then that way they'll nest up really nicely. That works out really well. There we go. Yeah, it is very pretty. I'm loving these colors so far. Yeah, I'm really, really liking it. So, let's see if we can get this one to lay the way we want it. There we go. Let me show you what it looks like when we get the couple of the rows together, because then you'll really see the pattern. The pattern becomes way more clear once you get a couple rows in. Go. Sorry guys, just kind of focusing on this row here. I have a tendency to do that. Sometimes I go mute. Sorry. I'll catch up with chat in just a second. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Rows 1 and 2 are done. Let's take a look at them. Just open it up for you. up. And I haven't decided on borders for this one yet. I was going to kind of wait and see what it looks like. Part of me is thinking that I might actually add a border to it just to kind of give it a little bit of solidarity. Because the fabric is kind of, you know, it's kind of busy. It's kind of moving around, which, I mean, I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. But it does have a tendency to kind of make your brain go a little wonky. So I thought maybe some nice solid, border fabric might be a good idea. Give your eye something to kind of focus on. And I think it'll also bring out the pattern as well. So I might do that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really decided yet. All right, so here is rows 1 and 2. And now you can kind of start to see that stepping pattern that's going to happen here. See, it's kind of hard to see it when you've only got one row. But now that you got, hi Katie, good morning. Now that you've got a couple of rows here, you can kind of see what we're working with here and how it's going to go together. See? All right, so on to row 3. Row 3, let's see. Row 3, we need 2 pieces of fabric for this color here. We're back to going towards the left again. So 2 pieces there. And then I need 2 pieces of this one. Two pieces of this one. And 2 pieces of this one. And so now that we have ended up with this piece, when we do the next row, we'll probably start with this one. Go ahead and get those laid out. There. Here, and then this one here. Now I'm sure if you had a design wall or something, you could lay out all of these rows and you could totally make this much faster, but I don't, at least not yet. Maybe someday. And so I'm gonna do it this way instead to make sure that my brain kind of understands what it's supposed to be doing. Arlie, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, Fern, I'm with you. I'm absolutely loving this. Like, I have to be honest and say I was a little hesitant. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. I wasn't sure if it was just too busy for this type of a pattern, but I am actually really loving it. It looks so nice. It's kind of giving me the exact look that I wanted with it. So I am really, really happy with it. So let's go ahead and grab these. So this is row 3. So we'll do row 3 and row 4, and then we'll sew those up together. Heck, at this rate, we might just finish this thing today. Wouldn't that be crazy? Hi, Mona. Good morning. Gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. I hope you're well. It probably hasn't been forever. It was probably like last week, but it seems like so long ago. All right, so there is row 3. Let's go ahead and get row 4 together, and then we'll sew those up together. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's 4. So I need 1 piece of... I think I need 1 piece of that one. Yes. I need 1 piece of this one. Like that. Then I need 2 pieces of this one, which apparently I didn't hook back up. Then I need to start my pattern again, so 2 more pieces of this one. I probably don't need these clips anymore. And then 2 more pieces of this one. And then I need 1 piece of this one. 1 piece. Okay, let me grab these clips out of here. We don't really need these clips anymore. Friend says, Danny, you can do this. Yeah. Maybe. I'm reserving judgment. Because you know, we haven't had to pull Jack out yet, so I'm thinking my luck's about ready to draw to run out here. So who knows? We're gonna give it our best go. You know, who knows? We might finish this today. We'll see. Okay, got it all laid out here. I just gotta like pull it apart. So let me just triple check and make sure I got it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That one goes down. Okay. This one goes on top of that one. Now we gotta go the other way. Okay, so this one goes on that one. We got this one. Goes... No, this one goes next. This is why you triple check everything. This one goes next. I told you, Jack's about ready to come out. Like, I'm sure of it. It's been way too long since we've seen him, so I'm sure he's about ready to rear his ugly head. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. This one is a 7. It goes this way. Alright, so let's sew these up together. Like, things are going too well, you know, so I'm sure Jack is ready to he's just chomping at the bit to come out. So I'm trying not to let him come out, but I know myself well enough to know that he's on his way. I know I've mentioned it before, but I love working with these batik fabrics. They are laying so nice so that they fit right underneath the machine. Like, I am not having any trouble at all with regards to that. So, please tell me I did this right. Yeah. That one. Jack in jail. You got this. Yeah, I'm trying. But like I said, I know myself well enough to know that he is not going to stay quiet for very long. At some point, he will need to come out, I'm sure. Alright, we are just about ready with row 4 here. Just gotta attach this piece to this one here. I apologize for that popping noise. That's my chair. I've been looking at them for a while. I really need to buy a new chair. I'm not quite ready to spend the $300 on an actual quilting chair yet. I'm not quite there yet. I am watching the sales though, so if I see something on sale, I might get it. But I think I just need a new office chair. Like, I've had this one for a while. This was my COVID office chair. When I had to go work remote, I bought myself an office chair because the kitchen chairs were not comfortable to sit in for 8 hours a day. And not that this one is really that much more comfortable, but it was like basically the only thing they had at the time. You know, because there was a run on all of your home office stuff. Alright, so row 3 and then row 4. So let's go ahead and sew these up together first. And then we will sew them up to our rows 1 and 2. And we'll see what we've got. Oops. I don't know what just happened there. Do you have any channel stickers for your channel? No, Katie, I do not have any. Oh, well, I take that back. I do have stickers, but they're not for sale. I do have a sticker. Sorry. The page went blank. I do have stickers, but not on my merch site. I could probably try to send you some if you needed some. I bought stickers for like when I do my mailing stuff. Like I put a sticker on the envelope when I'm writing a thank you card. But I don't have any for sale in my merch store, no. Not yet. In fact, it's right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the sticker I use right now. I could probably mail you one if you wanted. I mean, I think that's just regular postage, isn't it? It's not like it's just be a letter in the mail kind of thing. Sylvia says that's going to be beautiful. It is, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. I was hesitant that I didn't know if I was going to like it, honestly. When we first started putting it together and I picked out these colors and everything, I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it. But I am liking it a lot, actually. It's coming out really well. Kind of surprised I haven't had any other fur babies come see me. But I haven't really been making any other kind of weird noises either, so it's okay though. That's okay. Mr. Wizard is inside. He's usually in the garage, and I think he's in the kitchen right now, so they like him better. He feeds them. So. Looks like everybody's taking advantage of the new gamble game. It does seem to have better payouts than, or better odds than the dice game, than the slots game. I don't think it necessarily has better payouts. Like, I don't think it pays out as much, but it does pay out more often. So if you're looking for an easy win. When somebody had said that, you know, they gambled 50 and they won 50, and so their thing didn't really go up. And I think that that's just kind of the way like, basically you didn't lose anything, as I think the way that one worked. Which, you know, happens sometimes. I've always kind of looked at gambling as, like, if I walk away with the same amount of money that I came in with, then I think then I feel like I won. I think I'm doing good then. Like, I have a feeling. Oh no, maybe not. I just had it flipped. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and finger press this one real quick, and then we will add this to rows 1 and 2, and then we'll really start to see how this pattern is coming together. Like, you can kind of already see it with the couple of rows we're putting together, but the more rows you put together, the more you can really start to see it. And I was worried this light gray background fabric was just not going to work, but I think it's actually working out really well. I think it's a really great contrast to the other colors, so you can really, those other colors are really showcased, like you can really see them. And since the gray is kind of a mute subdued, it's not taking away from those other fabrics that are just so beautiful. So I really feel like this is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Yes, Lucas is there. He's I think he's probably, you know, adulting at the moment, doing laundry or something, I'm sure. He was traveling all week, so he's probably catching up on laundry. I talked to him yesterday on the phone. I called him. I had some things I needed to chat with him about, which, Lucas, by the way, what we talked about yesterday, it's not going to happen. They changed their plans, so we'll just wait for Thanksgiving. But I talked to him on the phone for a little while yesterday. He seems like he's doing really well. Seemed like his trip went really well, so we're excited to hear more about that on Wednesday. And tell us all about what he learned. What his new apartment's like. I mean, he's lived on his own before. He lived on his own in college a couple times, but, you know, it's just different. Like, I mean, anybody that's gone to college and has lived in an apartment or anything in college apartments and real apartments, they're just different. Like, you know, they're just different. So, yeah, no worries, Lucas. Yeah, we talked about it and said it probably would wait for Thanksgiving, so no big deal. It's just different, you know, it's something different to get used to. He's lucky he does have a washer and dryer in his apartment, so that makes things much nicer. He doesn't have to deal with the communal washers and dryers or going to a laundromat. So that's nice. I know that when I was looking at apartments back when I was younger, we won't say how much younger, but younger. That was like a deal breaker for me, is the apartment had to have a washer and dryer. Even if it was a little bitty, teeny tiny one, that was fine. Like, I was okay having to go to the laundromat to wash my blankets and my sheets and my towels. That's fine. But I wanted a washer and dryer where I could do my everyday laundry in the comfort of my own home. Like, I didn't want to have to drag it all into the car in the winter to somewhere else to have it done. That was just not something I wanted to do. And I mean, even now, like, I own my own home, obviously. I've been here for, gosh, 22 years now. I can't believe that. I still go to the laundromat for big bulk laundry. Like, when we're washing all of our comforters and our curtains and things like that, I'll bring those to the laundromat just because it's big and it's bulky and they're just such a pain. But otherwise, yeah, I don't usually do that. And there have been a couple times where, like, our wash machine broke. One time, we had a water heater issue, and then that same week, our dryer broke. No, so I think it was the washer broke. And it was like, oh my gosh. And so we ended up at a laundromat that weekend. I was not a happy person about it. Mr. Wizard, like, he had been a bachelor for a really long time. For him, it was like, whatever. You know, it's not that big of a deal. For me, I'm like, I was having panic attacks. Like, I had never done that before. I didn't want to do it. It was a whole thing for me. So anyway, Lucas is lucky. He's got the washer and dryer in his unit, which is nice. He's got a little bit of new furniture. I understand he's got a new couch and a new table and chairs. So that's always exciting. I know he's got some new spices. Some new seasonings and spices. I know that because I put them there. Alright, we are just about done with these rows, and then I'll show you guys what we got going on here. And you'll really start to see the pattern now that we've got these handful of rows done. Kathy says she's got a washer and dryer in her unit and she loves it. Yeah, like I said, that was a deal breaker for me. Like, I wouldn't even look at an apartment. It could be the most luxurious apartment and it could be dirt cheap. But if it didn't have a washer and dryer in it, nope, I wasn't interested. Like that when I was younger, I was like, nope. And then I remember when we were living in the apartment and then we bought the house, like the one thing that was so important to me, and it just seems so silly, but the one thing that was so important to me was that the freezer was bigger. Like the freezer had to be bigger. Hi, Denise. Welcome back to the channel. The washer and dryer, I could deal with the small washer and dryer, but like the freezer had to be bigger. Like it was just so funny. Like that was the one thing I had to have. I had to have a bigger freezer. It was just so silly. It's just so silly. Okay. Here we go. Let me go ahead and open these up real quick and then we can see what they look like. Orient it correctly. No, I knew what you meant, Kathy. It's okay. We knew what you meant. Washer and dryer. We knew it. All right. A cheat freezer for deer season. Yeah, we... Now I do. Like, we have a cheat freezer as well. Not for deer season anymore. Like, my ex-husband was a hunter. So was my dad. But so I had it back then, but not anymore. No, now we have a cheat freezer for beef. Because we buy a cow with our couple of other family members. So we have a cheat freezer as well in our garage. I actually had a extra refrigerator, full-size refrigerator in my garage for a while. But once the kids all moved out, Mr. Wizard and I decided we really didn't need that anymore. And plus it was on its last leg anyway, so we got rid of that and we just replaced it with just a regular old chest freezer. Or not chest freezer, but a little, a little freezer. And that seems to work well. Mr. Wizard jokes all the time that he misses his beer fridge. Deleted by Streamlabs. Uh-oh, what happened? Fern, why was all your messages deleted by Streamlabs? What happened here? Let's see. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I don't know why that did that. I don't know why it did that, Fern. I apologize. I'm not sure why it did. Oh! I see why. Fern, I apologize for that. Because of all the, trolls, we had to, put the word chest as a locked, as a locked word. So, so, because of that, we had to, so Streamlabs kind of caught you in that. We're sorry about that. We knew what you meant. We apologize for that. Unfortunately, that was one of those things that, because of the, the C word. Not that one, but yeah. Yes. So, yeah, so sorry about that. That was because of the trolls. We were trying to... Yeah, Streamlabs might have put her in a timeout. Can you just check to make sure she's not on the block list, Lucas, please? Thank you. Sorry about that, Fern. We should have warned you. I knew that I liked the cheat freezer better. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are on... Oh, it's going to show you guys. I got distracted. I'm sorry. Here, let me show you. This is what it looks like now with 4 rows. So you can really see what's happening now. Now you can really see those steps. It's just so bright and cheerful, isn't it? I absolutely love it. Okay, we're all good. Alright, sorry about that, Fern. It happens, but yeah, sorry about that. Alright. What do you think, guys? Doesn't that look awesome? I love that. It looks amazing, doesn't it? Oh, and we're only at 4 rows. Like, we still have more rows to go. So, I love this. I'm really, really happy with this. Okay, so we're on row 5 now. So let's go ahead and we'll put a couple more rows together. We got some time left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 is... 2 of this one, 2 of this one, and 2 of this one, and 2 of this one. I think that's, let me just triple check it here, let's see. Does it turn out the pink is the pink? Yeah, I guess it does. That's kind of funny. Okay, so pink is pink. Okay. Yellow is that one. Okay. So the pattern is different colors. So I gotta try to figure out which colors on the pattern match up with my colors. So it's, again, I told you, Jack is going to come out. Like, he is going to come out at some point. I just... haven't figured out when yet. Which way were these? These were going. These need to go this way. Okay. Towards the left. To the left, to the left. Beautiful colors. Yeah, thank you, Patty. Thank you for that. Yeah, I agree with you. They are beautiful colors. I was really hesitant. I wasn't sure how this one was going to look because, you know, in this one little block, it's hard to tell that this is going to turn into something that's going to look, you know, decent. But I think it is. I think it's turning out really well. So we're going to grab this one. So So now we're working on rows 5 and 6. I'm sliding in my chair. Give me a second here. I'm sliding down in my chair. Go. Susan Munger, welcome back to the channel. Gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen your name pop up in chat. I know that you are usually a lurker, so thanks so much for being here today. In fact, I think you're a newer subscriber to the channel too, so thank you. Thanks for being here, hanging out with us. Welcome to the crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Fern, I feel so bad about that. I really do. I know that was not why, you know. But unfortunately, we have to set up those types of blocks for the stupid trolls, and I forgot that one was a blocked word, so sorry about that. But looks like it's all fixed now. Everything's okay. So, apparently went the wrong way with this one. Denise says, what about using a sticky note on the pattern with a legend of their color and then a dash line with your color? That would work, Denise. Yeah, absolutely. The color is blue, your color is orange. That way you won't have to bring Jack out. Oh, I love you for trying to come up with ways to not have to bring Jack out. Thank you. Yeah. No, I 100%. I agree with that. 100%. I probably should. I'm like committed now. Like now I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Like it's gonna happen. So, uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Making sure I got this right. Whew, that was almost a Jack situation. Like I was really close to that being wrong. Yeah, no, that's a great idea, though. 100%. I might actually do that after we're done here if we don't end up finishing this. So then that way I remember when we come back to it. But I have a funny feeling we're going to finish this. Or we're going to get really, really close. And I'm going to just end up finishing it off camera. Because it's going to be really close. Okay. So we've finished with that one. So my guess is we have to start with this one. So let's see. Yep. So this one we need 1 with an L. Then we need 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. And 1 of these. Two, 3, 4, 5, 1 or 6. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, the same troll was on another live? Oh, that's too bad. I was really hoping that with us reporting them that they would have gone away, but Just am I gonna go the other way? Wait. No, this one goes this way. That's too bad. But I mean, part of me is kind of glad, a little bit glad about that, because then I know it's not just me that's getting trolled, which I know that that's not really, but that's not the case. Like, everybody is being trolled. But you know, part of you is always kind of like a little taken back by it, especially when you're not used to them. You know, when you have a smaller channel like I do, that's not really something you come across very often. So, the trolls always throw me off. Ruh-roh. What happened? Oh my, I am out of thread. I didn't realize it, but my spool is empty. Huh. I didn't realize that we were that close, and I don't have another one of those colors. Hang on. Let's see what I've got. Oh, I do. I do have another one. Excuse me. Lots of blue. I do have another one, so good news. Good news, I do have another one. It's not the exact same color, but it's really close. So it will work. Huh. That's kind of funny. We lost that. We lost that race, didn't we? I was like, why does it feel weird? That's why. Alright. Let's rethread the machine real quick. Good news is that I had some backup thread. There we go. There we go. I was actually more, when I came on stream, I was actually more worried about my bobbin, because my bobbin's almost empty, but I had no idea my spool was that empty, so that's kind of neat. Alright, let's try that again. I was wondering why it felt so weird. It's not often I run out of spool thread and don't realize it. Like, usually you're like, oh yeah, I gotta wait, you know, I got so much thread. But these small spools they're killing me. Okay, I've kind of lost track of what I'm doing here. And that one. That is very true, Denise. 100%. Being out of thread is better than having to have Jack visit. 100%. And I'm still not convinced that he won't be here yet. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. But yeah, for 100%, I agree. %. 2 backup spools. I live that way. Yes, I do too. I usually have at least one backup, especially when I'm working on a project. Like, you know, it's gonna be like I'm gonna have another gray one. It might not be the exact color gray, but it's gonna be close enough, you know, that you're really not gonna notice, kind of thing. But yeah, I usually have 2 bobbins and 2 spools. That's usually the way I work. In fact, I just got some more spools in the mail yesterday. I just bought some more. I just restocked on some colors. So I was just doing that the other day. Sylvia, no, I don't believe that it is. I really don't. I think the only time that the color of your thread really makes a difference with regards to piecing is when you have light fabrics and dark thread. And I have unfortunately made that mistake before. So that's really the only time I think the thread color for piecing comes into play. At least in my opinion. Now obviously everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but I have light gray, light blue, like you're not going to see them. As long as it's going to be, like I said, as long as you don't have like a light fabric with a dark. Hi, Terry. Welcome back. We missed you. We missed you. Welcome back. But yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as it's kind of in the same, you know, light colors with light colors, dark colors with dark colors, I don't see where it's a problem. I know some people that only use like one color, like they use white for everything or they use black for everything. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially since those two particular colors are very versatile and they basically go with everything. And they're one of the least expensive colors for thread, honestly. Now, usually that's what I do. I've been actually trying to go through some of my colored threads and kind of get back to more neutral colors. I have a lot of colored threads right now, and so I'm trying to go back to some more neutral ones. That's why I had this big gray one here. Now the music's pretty good. She means for piecing, yeah. Technical difficulties, oh my. All right. Yeah, okay, that's right. Oh, gotcha. Okay. You were joining a meeting and I got you now. I understand now. They had technical difficulties, so you came back. I get that. I'm like, I don't see anything going on. I understand now. Because, you know, this channel is not without its technical difficulties most days, so that's why I wasn't surprised that we had them. I just didn't know what they were, but it turns out it's not us, so that makes me feel a little better. Creams and grays on hand. It's a fight or a mail order to get more. A flight or mail order to get more. Yeah. Yeah, I order a lot of my thread through, I've told you guys before, but Maywood, W-A-W-A-K. I have found them to have the least expensive. They're a wholesaler, but you don't have to like own a business to purchase from them. You can purchase from them direct. There's no additional like fees or anything. And I have found the thread that I look for, which is the Gutermann thread. That's what I prefer to use. I have found their thread to be the least expensive. For the largest spools. You know, in your regular colors, your black, white, blue, red, gray, you know, those, you can get those in 876 yard rolls, which is the really big spools. I buy those and they're like $4.99 a spool, which I've not found it less expensive anywhere else. I know I could buy cones that would probably be less expensive, but I really don't have the setup for cones. It's just not something that I really want to deal with right now for this machine. It would have to be like an external thing, and it's just not something that is really ideal for my setup. So I get the 806 yard spools for $5. And then if you buy so many of them, then you can get free shipping. So that's why I usually will buy them in bulk. You know, I'll buy 8 or 10 of them at a time. And so that way I get the free shipping, and then that way I don't have to worry about it for a while. So that is what I did just recently, as I had just opened up my last spool of black thread, which to me, black thread should be a staple in everyone's home. Like, it's like eggs or milk. It should be a staple. So, I just opened my last spool of black, so I went ahead and purchased another spool, a couple of spools of black, and then I ran out of red, so I bought another one of those. I got some blue, some green, the gray. I have enough white for right now. Yeah, Judy, I agree with you. Yeah, like I might actually get this finished. Like I might have one row left to do. Like we might actually run a little over on our time frame just so we can finish it, because I'm on rows 6 and 7 right now, and there aren't that many rows. So yeah, I agree with you. I think we might finish this today. This one over this way. Yep, and then I'll probably bring it with me the next time I go over to the quilt store and just kind of look at what they've got for borders. Well, we'll see how big it is. But I might add a border to this one. I don't usually add borders to mine, if I'm honest, unless the pattern calls for it. I usually don't. But I might add them to this one. Judy says she's been switching her thread over to gray because she finds it to be less noticeable. 100%. I know a lot of people that have just switched over to a neutral colored thread and they just use that for everything. And like I said, really the only time I've ever noticed my piecing thread color is when I have lighter fabrics and darker thread. That's the only time I've ever noticed it. And then you get this like shadow in your seams, which I was not happy about. But otherwise, I really don't notice it at all. Just flattening out my seams here. Give me just a second. We'll attach this one up to what we've already got going. There we go. Which is this one here. I love this. I am loving this so much. I actually like this one much better than the other one I did a few years ago with the black, the white, and the red. I was not as thrilled with that one. Like, I think it was just the colors that I chose. I don't necessarily know that it was the pattern, but I'm liking this one much better. Much, much better. So let's go ahead and get this one in here. Much better. Terry wants to know if I'm going to join the next PMQ. Terry, that is an excellent question, and that's actually a question that I've kind of been asking myself this very week. I am doing the Wild West one right now, but I'm not sure that I will join the next one. Not because I'm not having an amazing time with the product, or that I don't think it's worth it, or anything like that. I think it's simply a matter of I have so many projects this time that so many unfinished projects that I need to focus on, that I'm thinking I might skip the next one, just so that I have some time to kind of focus on some of these projects, and then I'll pick up on the next one after that. So I think that's kind of, the one that comes up mid next year. I think that's kind of where I'm going, unless something else changes between now and then. I've got, we've got the Floral States of America. We've got the Wild West. I did 2 Tree of Life's Fly Away based on migratory birds. Oh, that's interesting. That'll be cool to watch. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm gonna join that one. I feel like I need to focus on some of my other projects for now. And, I haven't 100% decided, but I think that's the route I'm going. I love Cotton Cuts. I love their projects. They're so much fun to do. I have so many other things going on right now. I just don't think I'm just afraid I'm not going to really have the time to dedicate to it. So, obviously we're still doing Wild West. We're doing our Wild West Wednesdays with Lucas. But yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the next one and then pick up on the next one after that. I think. We'll see. I'm pretty sure Terry, when is the next one coming out? I'm assuming I've got time to decide. Like, it's not coming out tomorrow, right? They're usually, because they just did the final reveal for Tree of Life, so they usually announce the next one, and there'll be like a couple of weeks, break, and then they'll start sign-ups for the next one. Is usually how it works, because usually with your last clue, they're usually sending you a postcard of the next one, although I didn't get a postcard with my clue 10 for the next one, so maybe they're not ready yet. I know that they've been having a little bit of struggles getting some fabrics in, so maybe they're running a little behind with it. Start the puzzle. Oh, announced in December. Start the puzzle in February. Yeah, okay. Katie says she's probably going to do Fly Away. She did 2 of Tree of Life, and she's probably only going to do 1 of Fly Away. Yeah, I normally don't do 2. I usually only do 1. But I did 2 of the Tree of Life because I really wanted to do this one colorway. I had found a colorway that I really liked, but then I decided to let my mom pick out the colorway for me, and she picked out something completely different. But I went with it, for fun. I went with it, and I like it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely like it. It's not one that I would have picked up for myself, but I'm glad that she picked it out for me because I enjoy it. But I really, really wanted this other one, so I ended up signing up for a second one just so that I could have that one. So it turns out that I'm actually giving the Tree of Life quilt to Lucas. It's the green one that I'm doing is the Tranquil. Oh, hi, fur baby. Hi, Wrigley. Hi. Yes, hello. Hi. Yeah, you want your 15 minutes of fame? You want your 15 minutes? Here, you want to come up here? Come up here. Can you come up here? Can you come up here? Come here. Come here. You want up? Here, hang on. Come here. Let me get you. Let me get you. She likes coming up. Oh, here. Yes, hi. Yes, I know. You are an attention hog. Yeah, you love attention. Attention, attention, attention. Yeah, so say hi. Say hi, everybody. Hi, my name's Wrigley. You want to sit in the chair for a few minutes? I'll let you sit in the chair. Here, you sit there. Let's see how long she stays. Usually not too long. Oh, Addison brought me a ball. How nice. Thank you, Addie. They're like, Mom, is it time to play yet? Wrigley is a Shih Tzu. She's a Shih Tzu Poodle mix. Yes, you. She runs the household. We joke all the time that she's the 200-pound dog stuck in the 8-pound body. Yes, Wrigley and Addison. Yes. Sorry, I'm just pressing the seam here and I'm going to show it to you guys. We just sewed up rows 6 and 7. And we've only got a couple of rows left. And we're just about out of time. So I think when we come back, I will have picked out some border fabric for this. So that we can finish up the rows and then add some borders is I think what we're going to do for this. So I will bring this one over to my local quilt store in the next couple of weeks and see if I can find some nice pretty border fabric to go with it. Alright guys, this is what it looks like right now. You just stay there. Ta-da! This is what we've got so far. Can you see it? Ta-da! I think it looks awesome. I'm loving it. I love the colors. Like, they're so cool looking. I absolutely love it. I really like the fact that I chose this blue to come through the middle. I really feel like that was a good choice on my part. I didn't like really plan it out, but I did kind of plan it out. Like, does that make any sense? I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just about out of time now. I think we've got, let me see. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got we've only got 2 more rows to do. Okay, you guys vote. Do you want me to keep going and put the last 2 rows together, which is going to be like another 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes more? Or do you want to end here, and then when we come back, we'll put the last 2 rows together and borders? Quick vote. Quick vote. Keep going or end here. Keep going or end here. Quick vote. Terry says, I'm here for it. All right? Quick vote. Yes, finish it. Yes, please. Okay, I've got 2 finishes. Let's see. Anybody else? End here. Okay, Denise says end here. I appreciate that. Yes, yes. Do it. Denise, I'm sorry. I apologize, but it appears that the majority has spoken, and they're all saying I should finish. So, Denise, if you have to take off, I completely understand. But it looks like we're going to finish this now. So, because there's only 2 rows left. So, we're going to go ahead and just... She just made herself comfy. Like, where am I supposed to put the quilt now? Where am I supposed to put this now? So I apologize for that, but the majority has spoken. We're going to finish it up here. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down here since she's taken over the chair. She's so silly. She's taking over the chair. All right, we're going to do rows 9 and 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 9 and 10. So we're just going to finish it up. So, okay. So the second color is this one here. We need 2 of these. So we're just going to finish it. So we'll just keep going. It should only be like another 15, 20 minutes maybe. If you guys got to take off, I totally understand. I appreciate you being here as long as you can. I get it. So there's 2 of those. 2 of those. Addison, quiet. 1, 2, 3. Should be 2 of these. 4. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and get these up together then. And for those of you watching, Wrigley can get down off the chair if she wanted to. So she obviously doesn't want to. She's obviously comfy. So we're just gonna let her hang out there. It's fine. Kathy says I've got to run. No, Kathy, I totally get it. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's just gonna chill out there, and it's fine. Like, it's fine. No big deal. She's a bit of an attention hog. She likes to be a center of attention. So if she wants to hang out there, that's fine. Usually if she doesn't want to be there, she'll just jump off. It's not too tall for her that she can't. So we have stairs, little pet stairs for her, for like when she goes up on the couch and she goes up on the bed. So, but if she hears, yes, if she heard something. Did you hear Daddy? Daddy down the hall? Oof. Is that Mr. Wizard? Is that Daddy? Oh, here she comes. He told you. She is Mr. Wizard's little girl. Like, she is Mr. Wizard's little buddy. Like that. They are totally bonded. The two of them. Which is so funny because Mr. Wizard's not a little guy. Like, he's a built guy, and so he picks up this little bitty dog. It's so cute. It's so funny. Every time he does it, I crack up laughing because it's so funny. So. You know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So cute. Alright, so there you go. One row already done. There you go. One row already done. I feel like we're gonna have an extra row. Like, there's enough pieces here for one more row. Alright, so there's one row. That is row, this one here. So now we need one of these. That. Two of these. Two of these. Two of these. And one of these. Okay. The hair's all over the place. Brad 46. Keep going. I'm gonna try. I'm trying. So they go that way. This one goes this way. We're gonna finish this one up. Now, this should be the last two rows, but I think I have enough fabric to do one more row. So we're just gonna check it. In just a minute here. We're just gonna check and make sure. Maybe we can do one more row. So here's this one. Mr. Wizard's turned the TV on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hi, Melissa. Welcome to the channel. You're catching us just on the tail end here. We're just running a little bit over because we're going to finish up this project here. We are just finishing this one up. I only had 2 rows left, so we went ahead and the majority voted and they said to keep going, so I went and kept going. Just be a few more minutes. not rushing, but at the same time, I am kind of rushing a little bit. So let's see if we can do one more row. Like, I think I might have enough fabric to do one more row. Let's see. So I need 2 of these. Nope, I already ran out. Okay, so I only have one more piece of this piece of fabric here. So that's how it works. I am short this piece here. So I only have one more piece. Okay, so that's how that works then. Okay. I will use these extra spare pieces for something else later on. Because there's quite a few of them. Hi, baby. Here's my other fur baby coming in. Come here. You want to come up here and say hi? Ivy, up. Can you come up? Can you come up here? Up. She says no. She's my shyer one. She doesn't like to be on camera. All right, let's put these 2 rows together, and then that will be it. See you later. She says, Mom, you're supposed to be done now. It's 12:30, Mom. Lunchtime, Mom. Let's go ahead and get these together. Trying to get these to line up. An hour early. Yeah, I agree with you, Terry. Yeah, our dogs are kind of the same way. I feel like my brain is even still struggling a little bit. Like, I have been so tired the last couple weeks. And I'm assuming it's just, you know, your body readjusting to the time change or whatever. But I've just been exhausted. Hi, baby. You here again? What you doing? That's Ivy. She's our baby. She's our youngest. She's 4. One of the best dog breeds I've ever owned. Just so laid back and chill. But fun at the same time. Like, she has her moments. Like, uh-oh. What just happened here? How did I end up with an extra piece? Hang on. Something's not right. You know, of course, leave it to the very last row for Jack to have to come out. Because I feel like I did something wrong here. Because I have an extra piece. So, I did something wrong. What is she? She's a Cavachon. She's a Cavalier King Charles Bichon Frise mix. She's a Cavachon. And they are just so docile. Like, so much fun. And just so laid back. I'm trying to figure this out here, guys. Give me a minute. Something didn't add up right. So... something didn't line up. Because... I'm looking at this wrong. It goes this way. Something didn't line up. I didn't use the fabric correctly. Somewhere, I didn't grab something correctly. I think I skipped a row. I think that a row got skipped. Maybe that's why I have extra fabric, because I should have had 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those first. Yeah, I think I skipped a row here. Let's see. Actually, you guys, I think I skipped 2 rows. So we actually have more rows to do than I thought, because we are only on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we are on row 6. I thought we were on row 8. Okay, so I actually have 4 rows to do, which we've got a little bit of time. It's fine. Yeah, I thought I was further along than I was, and that's why I have all these extra pieces, because I have 2 more rows to do. And so these are the back 2 rows, which is fine. Like, these are the bottom 2 rows. And I have 2 middle rows to do. I'm like, why do I have so many extra pieces? I knew there had to be a reason. Okay, so let's do that real quick. I'm a dummy. It's fine. It'll only take a minute here, guys. We'll do it real fast. Super quick. I'm like, why do things not adding up? And that's why. So far, I still have not had to pull Jack out yet, but, you know, the day is still young. That actually makes sense as to why things didn't look like they were working. Because they weren't working. So give me 10 seconds here, guys. I got 2 more rows to do. Turns out, oops, I'm just knocking stuff off. It's fine. It's fine. That one actually hit my toe. Fell down through the crack, then hit my toe. So it turns out we had 4 rows left to do, not just 2. But now that I've done the last 2 rows, I can't leave it. So we'll just finish it. Finish it. Just make sure that Yep. So we're going to go a little extra here, because I want to finish this up. That way when we come back to this project, I'm going to take a look at it again, and I'm thinking I'm going to add some borders to it. Excuse me. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let me check my sheet here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 7. So 8 is one of these. Two of these. 2 of those. figure out what I'm doing here. I don't think that's right. I think it goes this way. Missing a block here. This row is wrong. I'm missing a block. I'm missing one of these. Missing this one. This one. This one needs to be on the end of this one. So I do have to pull Jack out, but just because I didn't add enough pieces here. So really quickly, just have a couple of pieces to pull out here. I just need to get the end here. Just need to get this added to the very end. Just a couple of stitches. I don't have to take out the whole thing. Just enough to give me an edge, because I have to attach this last block here. Dishes are calling, Sylvia says. No problem, Sylvia. We totally understand. Had I known that there were 4 rows left, I probably would have said, forget it. We'll do it later, but it is what it is now. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We're just gonna finish these up here. Shouldn't take me but a few more minutes. And then this one should go up to this one like this. There we go. There we go. Brat 46 needs to head out as well. No problem, Leanne. I understand. Like I said, guys, I'm really sorry. It looks like I just kind of messed this up a little bit and did something silly. So, sorry about that. We're going to get things going here. There it is. One more piece down here that I think I need to use up. Let me just check it here. Yep. So it looks like I had 4 rows instead of only 3 left to do. It happens, not a big deal. So these are the last 2 rows. This. So I did have just enough pieces to do everything. So see, it pays to kind of question what you're doing when you're doing it, because something doesn't seem like it adds up. That's probably why. I thought it was odd that we had that many pieces left. Like, it said I needed 80 blocks. Why would it tell me to make 80 blocks if I didn't need all 80 blocks? Like, it seemed odd. So, now it makes more sense. This one. confused myself and thought I was on row 8, but I was actually only on row 6. So that's alright. It happens. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get through it. What is this pattern from? This is a Cozy Quilts design pattern. It's one of their postcard pattern. I'm sorry, not Cozy Quilts. I'm sorry. It's a Villa Rosa design pattern. It is one of their postcard patterns. It's called Firelight. It's just a little postcard pattern. I got it for free through Cotton Cuts. They often give you free postcards with, you know, some of their stuff. You get free patterns with some of their things, you know, free gifts and stuff. And so I got it as a free gift. And I really like it. I didn't think I was going to, but I actually do really like it. There we go. Yep. Yep. I've made something similar. There's a free pattern by Moda that you can get on Moda's website called Stepping Up or something about steps. And basically it's the same pattern, basically. I've made that one before as well. That one's in the channel somewhere. It was one of the very first ones that I did. It's one of my very first videos. I don't remember the exact time frame for it. A couple years ago now. But yeah, I really like it. The one I made before was black and red, or I'm sorry, black and white. It was a black and white jelly, black, white, and gray jelly roll with red strips. Was a really dark red fabric that I picked to go with it, and I really just didn't like it. I didn't really like the way it turned out. It wasn't one of my favorites. I mean, I like all the quilts that I make, but that one just really was not one of my favorites. I ended up giving that one away to a coworker as a housewarming gift. But that one was a strip tube project. Like, you sewed it all up into strips, and then you cut up the strips, and then you sewed it back together. That's how you made that one. So it worked out really well as a jelly roll pattern. This one was a fat quarter project, and I actually kind of liked the way this one went together better. I don't know. I just feel like this one went together faster than that one did. I don't know if it was because of the way that one was sewn together and then you had to cut it up and sew it again, or I don't know, but I really liked this one much better. This one went together much faster, like way faster. I mean, we put all 80 blocks together in one live stream, 1 2-hour live stream, and now we've just put the whole top together in one live stream, plus an extra 30 minutes. Like, not that big of a deal. So I need to go this way. So I'm just gonna give this a real quick finger press. We'll get these together. Yes, thank you. I thought I put it in the description of this video, but I don't know that the description shows up until after the video is over. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But yeah, there it is. Thank you for sharing the link for that, Terry. I appreciate that. Yep, just a little postcard pattern. What goes together really super quick. You know, I mean, this could be a weekend project, like, honestly. I mean, obviously it didn't take me a weekend because I like to do 5,000 different things. But if you wanted a quick and easy project that's not going to take you a whole lot of time, this is definitely one of those ones. And I love it. Like, I love the fabric. I love everything about it. All right, let's just make sure that these all line up the way they're supposed to, which they should now because they're the correct lines. Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and sew these up together, and then we just sew these onto the top, and we should be good to go. So just a few more minutes here, guys, and then we will be completely done with this one. I apologize again for going so late. I know if you got somewhere you got to be, I totally understand. Just thought since I got it here, might as well just finish it. I thought I only had 2 rows. Turns out I got 4. Not a big deal. It is what it is. We'll work through it. Not that big of a deal. A little bit of mismatching rows here. Oh well, no problem. Come on. There you go. And so far, not done yet. So far, we have not had to pull Jack out except for one little bitty teeny tiny piece. But you know, I'm kind of rushing a little bit now, so I'm sure I'll screw something up now. Now is usually when I do it. So when I'm not really paying attention, it's usually when I end up screwing something up. Add it to the list. Yeah, no, I've got a huge list going, Terry. I totally get that. I get that. Yeah, I've got a massive list of stuff going. In fact, I was telling you guys at the beginning of the stream, I've been starting to think about next year and what I want to do next year. And because, you know, this year's just about over. We've got it pretty well planned out for the rest of the year. Or at least I do anyway. So we're starting to think about what projects we want to put together next year. I've got a couple of ideas already of some things I want to do. We're going to be shifting gears a little bit next year. We're going to be making a couple of projects that are not quilt related at all. They are sewing related, but they're not quilting related. So that'll be fun. Something a little different because I've got a couple of projects that I've really wanted to work on for a long time. And I just haven't. And then I've got a couple of quilting projects that I kind of started and then kind of put on the back burner because they were kind of intimidating for me. They were very technical, and I felt like I kind of bit on more than I could chew a little bit. But I do feel like my confidence is much better this year. I feel like my skill levels are much better this year. So we're going to pick up those projects again next year. We're going to try and attempt to work through them. Lots of stuff coming up here in the channel in the next 12 months. Alright, these 2 are done. I just bought the pattern. Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of those postcard patterns, so it's probably only a couple of bucks. They're pretty inexpensive, if I remember correctly. I'm going to go this way. I have a piece of hair in my eye. Oh, okay. Alright. Last sewing job here, guys. We're going to attach this last 4 rows to the top 6 rows, and then we are going to be done. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. Let's do this thing. I cannot believe that we managed to put this whole thing together what is this? This is like what, episode 4 for this project? Like the entire thing went together in 4 episodes. And you know, my episodes, they're a little misleading because like they're 2 hours long, but we don't start sewing the second I turn the camera on. Like I'm usually half an hour, 45 minutes into chatting before we actually turn the camera, or before we start doing anything. So, you know, there's that to keep in mind. So this is definitely a weekend quilt. Like you can definitely get this done in a weekend if you're looking for something fairly simple and easy to do. It's 10 fat quarters and a yard of fabric. So like this is totally a stash busting project. You could totally find this in your stash. Like everybody has a yard of fabric in their stash. Like everybody does. And everybody has a handful of fat quarters that they could use for this project. So this is totally a stash busting project for sure. And that's actually why I bought it, because I had these fat quarter bundles kind of sitting in my stash and I wanted to do something with them. So that's why I got it. I didn't buy the pattern, but that's why I decided to make this pattern. Was so that we could, you know, bust up our stash, and I am really happy with it. Please God, tell me I did this correctly. I think I did. Wouldn't that be awesome if I could manage to go through an entire project without having to pull Jack out? What? I'm gonna jinx myself now, so I probably shouldn't say anything else. I'm just gonna keep sewing. I'm just gonna shh and keep sewing. Shh. I'm almost done, guys. Almost. So close to being done. So close to being done. I wasn't paying as much attention to my seams on these last few rows, so they're kind of not matching up very well. So I gotta take a couple extra seconds here and match them up. But I'm going to need to take this one over to my quilt store, my local quilt store, and pick out some fabrics. Well, let me open it up and then we'll decide on a border. I think I might do a border on this one. But I do need backing fabric for it. I don't have any backing fabric for it, so I do need that, if nothing else. Have to take it anyway. I have no idea what color I would go with. Alright. That's it. Now let's hope and pray that we put these together correctly. Let me just take a quick peek and make sure. Before I show it to you guys in the camera. Yes, I did. Yay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. For your viewing pleasure, we have officially finished top to this one. And here you go. Ooh, my arms aren't long enough. I'm going to have to stand up for this one. There you go. Ta-da. No, and it's actually decent sized. But I think I will put a border on it. A couple of borders on it. I just got to find something that'll work really nice with it. I'd like this teal here. I might grab something that matches this teal for a small border, and then something that matches this darker over here, this darker blue as a bigger border to really showcase them. We might do that. So there you go, friends. We have officially finished another project, at least for now. Like I said, I'm going to try and get some border fabric for it. Maybe I'll go look at some grunge fabrics. See if I can find a nice pretty border fabrics for it. And then get it sent off to the long arm for long arm quilting. And then when I bring it back here, it'll be a while. Probably not till next year. and it will be ready for binding. So there you go. That's it. Firelight is officially off the list of projects, at least for a while. We'll bring it back on when we have the binding to do, but otherwise it is done. Yay! So an extra 30 minutes and we got it all done. So there you go. All right, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out here, sticking around for that extra 30 minutes. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. Just a reminder to those of you who haven't, if you had a good time, you enjoyed what you watched today, make sure you consider subscribing for me. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already done so. And our next live stream is on Wednesday. We're doing Wild West Wednesday with Lucas. And then we've got the After Dark edition on Saturday with Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl. We are going to be putting together our Tree of Life quilt. And then we're back here again on Sunday for the next project. So lots going on. It's going to be a busy week. You guys are going to be sick of me by Sunday next week, I'm sure. But either way. And then on top of that, I also have some videos I'm trying to get released out, which I'm sure they won't get released out this week now with all this, but who knows. So anyway, guys, thanks again. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you all again really, really soon. Bye for now.